Well, a woman involved in a wreck near LSU tells our 9 News investigators that the man who rear-ended their car begged them not to call police. But she did anyway, and even told the responding officer she believed the driver was drunk. Councilman Buddy Amoroso was tragically killed in a bike crash on Saturday. Our Carmen Farish spoke with colleagues and friends of the councilman who say it's hard to find the right words to perfectly capture the impact of a man who meant so much to so many. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Big Extra Hour. I know what's on everybody's minds right now. It's this right here. Tropical Storm Gordon making its way over here through the Gulf. We're going to turn things over to Diane Deaton. She has all the information you need to know on this morning. Yeah, Greg, right now I'm at the St. George Fire Department, which is one of many locations across the parish. And in fact, it's already gone down quite a bit since I first started out here. Let's go ahead and take a look. As you can see, people are still out here getting their sandbag. Yes, that's correct, Lauren. 2 houses really affected here. One pretty much completely destroyed. It's the one you see right behind me here. As you can see, severe damage there. Fire officials believe it started in the attic, but they're still not clear on the exact cause. Yeah, Matt, I do have some new details to report here. The coroner's van just arrived on scene. I can confirm at least one person has died here. Don't know the reason behind that. Still trying to talk to investigators to find out exactly what happened. But let me show you what we're dealing with out here. As you can see, a massive police presence. This is Ann's Grocery on Plank Road. It's right between Plank Road and Jackson Avenue right here. Johnny, where were these video game tutors when I was a kid, man? Come on, I would have been good at that. I would actually be good.
Well, I can do Pong. Oh, you're
Pong?
Not old enough for
Pong? Johnny,
Pong.
When were you born, Johnny Asian?
Now with breaking news. This is WAFB.
Well, breaking news here. I-10 West at Prairieville is now open after a deadly wreck shut it down for hours. Let's go ahead and check right in with Johnny Asian to see if it's going to impact any more of your traffic. Johnny?
Still investigating.
All right, thank you very much, Diane. Well, we are expecting breaking news out of North Carolina as the state continues to battle severe flooding. President Donald Trump is scheduled to visit some of the hardest hit areas today. This as FEMA warns that the next 48 hours will be extremely critical. Most rivers are still flooding parts of the Tar Heel state after Hurricane Florence brought record rainfall. High waters are shutting down thousands of roads, making it nearly impossible to get in and out of some areas safely. Well, warning from the Internal Revenue Service, natural disasters like Florence can bring out the worst in people. The IRS is reporting a rise in scams as millions across the country open their hearts and wallets to hurricane victims. The agency is warning you to watch out for bogus websites trying to raise money for the cause. They'll typically use names similar to legitimate charities. If you want to make sure that your money is going to the right place, go to irs.gov and use their tax-exempt organization search for verified charities. Well, infamous contractor Matt Morris says he feels like a victim after taking a plea for allegedly ripping off flood victims in Ascension Parish. Judge Jesse LeBlanc accepted an Alford plea from Morris Tuesday. That means that he maintains his innocence, but acknowledges it is likely that he will be convicted. As part of the deal, Morris paid some $214,000 to 18 people he allegedly scammed. He also got a 4-year jail sentence, but with time served, he will likely be on parole very soon. Well, the family of Alton Sterling will have their day in court. Their lawsuit against the city over Sterling's death is expected to go in front of a judge in April of 2020. The family's attorneys announced the news Tuesday. They also released an internal BRPD email that describes the officer who killed Sterling as, quote, borderline nuts. It was sent nearly a year before the deadly incident in reference to a heated fight between Blaine Salamone and another officer. In that case, we are told the incident ended peacefully, but that attorneys say he may show a disturbing pattern. Well, high-profile case is now sealed. That's the news coming from Calcasieu Parish, where a man will face trial for allegedly killing a state trooper in cold blood. Kevin Daigle is facing 1 count for first-degree murder after police say he shot and killed Trooper Stephen Vincent in 2015. Now we are learning that prosecutors want the entire case sealed. A judge took that step further, issuing a gag order, leaving one former state's attorney with a lot of questions. Well, there's a new way to appreciate the sunrise right here in Baton Rouge. Breck Outdoor Adventure is offering a sunrise paddle event on the LSU lakes. It's happening right now, in fact, and our Liz Coe is live there with what people are doing. Liz.
In Baton Rouge. Robbie, we're going to send it back to you.
Balance work out there, Liz Coe, and also shout out to Nick Grimion for that awesome drone footage right there. Well, a warning for women, your makeup could be messing with your hormones. We'll explain why after the break. As Crystal Morales looks at what's left of her home, it marks yet another low point in her life.
We just lost my dad back in November, so this is kind of a setback for us.
But in that low point, a beautiful moment.
Because I wanted my brother.
Morales was at work when she got the call that her house was on fire. Officials say the fire started around 10 this morning, destroying the house and causing some minor damage to the home next door. She immediately thought about the safety of her 2 sons. Fortunately, they were looking out for each other.
I tried to, but he wetted me down, so I just tried and shaking him, but I couldn't wake him up, so I just grabbed him.
10-year-old Michael Ashcraft eventually got his 5-year-old brother Jeremy out of the home, safe and sound.
That's very brave of you. Why'd you do that?
Because I didn't want him to die. It just makes me feel good inside to know that he would do anything, risk his own life to save his brother.
The cause of the fire is unknown, and the state fire marshal's office is in charge of the investigation. The Red Cross also responded and will aid Morales' family, starting by finding them a temporary place to stay. They were especially excited to help young Michael.
My heart, he's a little hero. He got his little brother out safely and soundly. Nobody got hurt.
In Plaquemine, Robbie Reynold, WAFB 9 News. Mary Mayo was all smiles this morning. She rode 2 miles across the levee in Baton Rouge during the Eagle Charge. A group of veterans and first responders carried flags as they ran 2 miles, showing their love of their country. Although Mayo can't carry a flag, she doesn't need to in order to show her patriotism.
Freedom, just freedom in our country and how great it is to live in our country.
Mayo is a former St. Tammany Parish Sheriff's deputy. She was riding in a funeral procession over a decade ago with her fiance when a storm came through and blew a tree onto their car. He was killed instantly, and she was paralyzed. Although she can't walk, she's found joy in participating in charity races like this.
It's just getting out here, getting out of that house. I'm stoked. I'm really stoked.
Another participant who understands loss is Tanya Garofula, the widow of Deputy Brad Garofula, one of the 3 law enforcement officers killed in an ambush attack nearly 2 years ago. When she first heard about the Eagle Charge, she decided to pay tribute to her late husband and everyone else that's paid the ultimate sacrifice. She hopes that people on Independence Day enjoy themselves, but still pay their respects.
In today's society, it is about barbecuing, but I also want people to know it doesn't mean that it gives you the right to do whatever you please. It just gives you the opportunity to do what's right.
The run brought together a number of charity groups, including Flags to Finish and Thin Blue Line. Elena Branzera is a Marine veteran and one of the organizers. She says she wanted to unite the groups to show people how active veterans are in the community.
We like to let people know that we're part of the community. Veterans are very active, firefighters are very active. Our Leo and our Fallen are always active inside of our community. It's very important for us to let them know that we're there for them just like they are here for us.
In Baton Rouge, Robbie Reynold, WAFB 9 News.